The Chase with Ted and Amber is presented by Umarex USA.
Day number 2 here, actually it's day number 3 here in Canada. Top Pin Outfitters. Yesterday it rained all day long, so we couldn't really go out. But today the weather broke, it's nice and sunny. And Brian's like, hey, I think that you guys need to get in early. So they generally don't put people in till about 1:30, 2 o'clock. It's 8:30 and we're getting ready to head in. He said all these bears, they had no bear on camera yesterday, and now that the weather's broke, it's time to roll. So we're getting all of our stuff on. We're gonna head out, hopefully kill us a couple good bear today. So that's the plan. Well, with all the rain yesterday, it has left everything super muddy. So you can see right there, Brian had to go in and get a chair out of one of the other blinds, but we stopped here. And I tell you what, Canada is so beautiful. We're taking four-wheelers in today because you can't get the trucks in. So that's kind of a cool experience. But they're out here timbering this, and you can look, they have logs piled up as far as you can see. It's a big laydown area here. Really cool. Definitely a cool experience being here bear hunting in Canada with Top Pin Outfitters. What do you think, Dustin?
I think you better bring waterproof boots if you come to Canada. They're worth their weight in gold.
Look at that mosquito right there. You see it?
The one on your face?
Yeah, it's about the size of a hummingbird. They have giant mosquitoes here in Canada too. Horseflies. We get to the stand and Brian's baiting everything up. We're getting the camera set up and we are almost ready to bear hunt. I guess we're calling bears now. I'm just in a stand watching for bears, and out of nowhere, Dustin starts this bear snarling snore. And I don't know what he was saying to these bears as he was snoring, but apparently it worked because here comes a bear.
The Chase with Ted and Amber is brought to you by Umarex USA, Striker Hunting Blinds, Vortex Optics, and Two Vets Tripods.
Well, after Dustin's little bear nap, right after he woke up, there was a bear come in. It was a fairly decent-sized black bear, and he had already shot a black bear the previous day. So he really didn't want a black bear. He wanted a color-faced bear. So we just kind of sat there and watched this bear, took in God's creation, listens to the ravens, and he was probably in there for about 10 or 15 minutes. And then here come a color-faced bear, and it was. I think Dustin was ready to take this bear because it was a pretty bear.
There you go. Hurry up, hurry up. I'm gonna take it. What? I'm gonna take it to see that that's some good broadside. Okay. I think that's a little bit. Unless you want to take it. It's gonna be the same size as the other one. That's true. I'm good with the color. What do you think of that? It was a lighter color than what I was expecting to see. Beautiful bear. Yeah, wasn't scared to come in at all. That's a pretty blonde bear. Yep, long ear too. Oh yeah, that's gonna make a beautiful rug.
So as much as I've heard you and Dustin talk, especially on the phone, I've never ever heard him be speechless or be at a loss for words ever.
Yeah, like he was so excited after he shot this bear. For one, I don't think he knew what to say. And two, you should have seen this man shaking. Like he was so excited. So he shot this bear, and I'm not really sure at the time where we hit it, but we looked for a little bit, we backed out, and Brian was like, we'll just come back in the morning. So we don't have a recovery video because Dustin and Brian went and looked for it without me.
Because you were
sleeping. Anyway, but yeah, so he did recover the bear. Here's the pretty picture of this bear. It was a gorgeous bear, and so Dustin is now tagged out in Canada, and it's my turn. Me and my official hunting partner here in Canada. We are back at it again tonight here in Canada, obviously. Top Pin Outfitters. Dustin tagged out last night with a beautiful blonde bear. I've got one more tag. Hopefully tonight is the night. Brian said that a big black bear showed up here this morning, which means highly most likely he'll be here again tonight. So we switched stands. This is actually the same stand that Dustin killed his bear in. First bear. So it is drizzling rain, which apparently it means nothing here in Canada. And here we go again. Dustin sleeps just like this at night, but longer periods. I'm not sure if he has a condition, but it's not real conducive to hunt in a blind and snore like he does and expect to kill animals. Of course, he didn't care because he was already tagged out. It was my turn to hunt. So if he made a bunch of noise, what does he care? He gets to sleep.
The Chase with Ted and Amber is brought to you by Umarex USA, Striker Hunting Blinds, Vortex Optics, and 2 Vets Tripods.
Well, that hunt was kind of a bust. It pretty much rained the whole time we were there, and I think Brian, if I remember correctly, I think Brian called and said, "Look," he said, "you know, it's going to rain the rest of the evening. These bears are not going to move. You guys might as well come in before dark." So we went in and ate some great food and got ready for tomorrow's hunt. We are at a different spot tonight. Brian said he had this spot that he hasn't had a camera on in a couple days, but he said his barrels are gone. He hasn't baited this place in, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, but there's definitely fresh bear sign in here, and I guess what he said, a week, and camera hadn't been going for a week. So he don't have no idea what's in here. But it's kind of cool to me because it's kind of like when I was a kid or younger, before I started using trail cameras, you would just go out, you would sit in a tree stand, and you would have no idea what's coming in. So it's always a surprise. It could be a little spike, or it could be 150-inch deer. Who knows? So I think that's kind of exciting for tonight. I've got one more night after tonight, and then I gotta head home. I got one more tag. This guy's already tagged out, so hopefully it happens tonight, and we could do a little wolf hunting in the next day or so. Well, I got 2 more days left here in Canada. I really want to get it done this evening because both Dustin and I want to go do some wolf hunting. I'm trying to keep Dustin awake so he don't snore and scare my bear. I got one more tag left, so it's go time. Dead bear, baby. Dead bear. tagged out in Canada. Oh, Top Pin Outfitters did not disappoint. Oh man. Dead bear, dead bear. Oh, he didn't go. He made a circle. Dead bear.
Yeah, he didn't go.
So why does it look like you're going to pass out?
I don't know. I didn't even realize I was doing that, but apparently I had so much adrenaline going through me on that last bear that
That's all that would come out?
that was it. Like I was.
We seen.
It was fun. Actually.
20 yards.
Yeah. Oh man, this has been so fun. Tagged out in Canada. Oh man. Dustin got tagged out. Joe just shot one tonight. Scott got one. This was such a successful trip to Canada. Well, just got out of the blind. Going to go check out this bear. I'm not sure exactly how big he is, but I think he's a lot bigger than what I think he is. I'm not sure. I'm not real good at judging bear, but looky there. He is a pretty bear. I don't know how big he is. I mean, maybe 250, maybe 300. He's like a really short, stocky bear. But what amazes me is it's May. And these bear are so like furred up still, really thick hair. Oh man, he's gonna make a beautiful rug, or I'm not sure if I'm gonna mount this one or just make a rug or a soft tan, but yeah. Oh, I tell you what, I think he's a lot bigger than what I think he is. I mean, he's a pretty bear, but
2, 3. Oh, he's heavier than mine for sure.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger than what we think he is. Okay. You're stronger than me. Let me get the back end.
Okay.
And taller.
And sexier.
I didn't say all that. That's male. You got hanging down things. All right, we're gonna have to swing.
I'm just trying to think how to.
Don't get blood all over you. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nope. Right. Well, I don't know what old Sleepy was doing over there, but he's already proclaimed that he's taller than me, he's stronger than me, and supposedly sexier than me, but he can't lift his side of the bear. Not really sure what happened there, Dustin. Well, we got this big boy back here. Brian said he thinks it's the biggest bear he has ever seen in Canada. Can you believe that? A dumb country boy from West Virginia come and killed the world record Canadian bear. His very first trip. No. Brian said he probably weighed about 300 pounds. I tell you what, I'm super happy. This trip, for me, I found a new love for hunting spring bear in Canada. And I owe it all to Brian and Leah at Top Pin Outfitters. This was such a cool trip for me. The only thing I wished, Amber and Kylie could have been here, but they missed out. But my buddy Dustin was here with Cavern's Armory. I tagged out here in Canada with 2 bear, a cinnamon bear and this beautiful black bear. So I'm not real sure what we're going to do with this one, but I know I'm going to get a half mount done with the other one. Tell you what, Canada for spring bear is where it's at. These outfitters and these guys, man, they put so much into this. I think Brian's running like 12 to 14 baits, and they're doing this every day. So make sure you treat your guides and your outfitters right, because you have no idea what they put into these bears. Staying up late, 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, skinning these bears out for their clients. So I'm super happy. I'm really appreciative for Brian and Leah for inviting me. They just said they wished Amber would have came instead of me, but they got me. So anyway, I think spring bear season for me is over. Time to head back to West Virginia. I know next year I will definitely be bringing my bow. So for right now, we're out. Well, this was a blast here at Top Pin Outfitters. I got to give a shout out to Rob and Mindy Greeno, which they are actually, were behind the scenes making sure that I got my Umarex hammer on time. They got the hammer for me, they got the compressor. Also Nathan, all the guys in camp, especially Leah for toting us around the whole week. We had a blast, and we're very thankful for the hunt and cannot wait to go back next year. So Brian, you ain't getting rid of us, buddy. We're here for the duration. Dustin, Farnsworth, come to the front, please.